classichorrors.club.
And I'm Richard Chamberlain from monstermoviekid.wordpress.com.
We are back. We've done several episodes of the Video Companion where we haven't been here, and we know you're longing to see our faces, so we are here for this one. If you listen to the audio podcast, we mention what we are going to do on this. When we decided to do the Brain Eaters, I immediately said, well, let's do a video about movies about brains. And that's not really what the Brain Eaters is about. It's more of a possession or body snatcher type movie. But holding that principle, on today's Video Companion, we are going to present our top 10 list of alien possession body snatcher movies. Now, Richard, chances are we're going to overlap, so it may not really end up being top 10, but we'll just kind of wing it and see how we go. I do not know what yours are going to be. Do you know mine?
I don't, because sometimes our tastes are in sync. Sometimes they're a little different. So you might surprise me. I have a feeling there's a couple on here that will, at least a couple that'll overlap.
They'll have to be. I mean, some are just classics, and
No,
I would
absolutely.
be questioned if I didn't include them. So, would you like to go first with your number 5?
I will. My number 5 is Goki, Body Snatcher from Hell, from 1968. I'm going to read the little synopsis that you have prepared here. The survivors of a plane crash in a remote area are attacked by blob-like alien creatures that turn their victims into bloodthirsty vampires. This is a Japanese movie from the late 60s. It was released on DVD, about 10 years ago, give or take, in a box set with some, I forget the name of the box set, but it had like the living skeleton in it. It was some kind of unique, some different. I mean, everyone always kind of thinks of the same Japanese horror films. This was kind of an interesting set. And I had never seen Goki when I saw it. And I think that's how I'm pronouncing it correctly, I hope. I've always loved it. It's almost surreal at times in the landscape in which it takes place in. After the plane crash, it just kind of like another world almost. I really enjoyed it. It's unique. It's different. It's something that I don't know that they've done a Blu-ray release on it, so it might be a little hard to find these days. But something that when I saw this, on the list of suggestions, we were kind of piecing things together. I was like, I kind of forgot about that. But that's actually, I think, a pretty good different take on the genre.
Richard, that was my number 4, so I liked it one little notch better than you out of this list. I call this Airport meets Invaders from Mars meets Dracula. And the way aliens inhabit bodies is just so cool. The forehead splits open on the
Yeah.
victim, and a blue sort of blob-like organism crawls inside. The purpose of these aliens is that they've been watching Earth for a long time, and since we've already turned it into a battlefield, they intend to wipe us all out. Cheery, feel-good movie. It's actually kind of political. At first, it's a conversation going on among the characters, but by the end, it becomes this big debate over whether or not humanity has brought worldwide destruction upon itself.
I forgot about that aspect of it. Yeah, that's a good call out on it.
So I like that. So since that's my number 4, I guess I'll do my number 5. And this may be kind of low, and I'll explain why. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1956. So this is the granddaddy of them all. You would think it would be my favorite. Well, even though it wasn't, well, one reason is that it's not the first body snatcher movie. There were movies before, and I think people forget that, and they think that this is it. It's good, but why I put it at the bottom is that all the others build on it. They take a similar story and they add something new to it. And that is what interests me about the other movies. where this is sort of, it lays a fantastic solid foundation, obviously, or there wouldn't be as many movies. But we talked about this in our August 2024 episode, number 99. And if you want to hear complete details of our thoughts, please, that episode is still available wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Let me guess, Richard. Number one?
Well, I was gonna save it, but yeah, this is number one on my
Okay.
list. I've always loved this movie. I can't see this movie without always kind of chuckling because I had an opportunity to meet Kevin McCarthy, and he had a new book out, and it was Body Snatchers was on the cover, and it was at Trek Expo, and he didn't have copies there. He was doing pre-orders, but it was, I'll send you a copy in the mail and it'll be autographed. And I got my copy in the mail, and it was to somebody else. It wasn't to Richard. And I always thought about, well, maybe I should reach out to him, but then I thought, no, for some reason, I like the fact that I got this odd copy that wasn't supposed to be mine. Because somewhere out there, there's a To Richard copy in somebody else's box.
Did it happen to say to Jeff?
It did not. It did
Darn
not.
it.
But it's kind of a funny story I always kind of talk about. So that's why I kept it. Excellent book, by the way. I can't remember the title of it. It's on my library over here. But great book, and I've always been drawn to this movie. I saw it for the first time back, oh my gosh, late 70s, early 80s. I remember it popped up on TV in the early days of cable television, and from the first time I saw it, I connected with it.
What's the next one on your list? I think it's your turn.
Yes, number 4 on my list would be Horror Express from 1972. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. Classic film. It's a film that gets seen a lot because it's, I guess, kind of in the public domain. It pops up in a lot of, local horror hosts. And I have been wanting to see the Blu-ray release of this for a while because I'd love to see a nice pristine copy of it. It's a unique film just from the fact that the time period it takes place in, it's on a train, so you have that isolationist feel, like you're kind of stuck on a train and things are happening. In the movie, of course, they're on the Trans-Siberian Express. An anthropologist and his rival must contain the threat posed by the former's cargo, a prehistoric ape, which is the host for a parasitic alien life form. I don't think we have another movie out there where there's a prehistoric caveman who is holding a parasitic alien. Nor do we have a film like this in which Telly Savalas decides to pop up and be kind of the villain of the piece. You've got some unique characters from the settings, and of course, again, you've got Lee and Cushing in it.
This isn't just my favorite body snatching movie. It is one of my favorite horror movies, period. Such an interesting mix of genres, but yet the characters are fully realized. There's some great dialogue, and as silly as it could sound on paper, it's an honest, authentic movie. It feels very real to me. The body snatching happens in such a unique way, like you said, and it kind of then morphs into a sort of pre-John Carpenter The Thing type, not with all the gore, but the like, ooh, who is it? Who goes there? It's a fast, entertaining 88-minute ride. I just don't think it gets any better than this.
The animal that you shot was only the host. It's alive in someone on this train.
You saw his eyes! One look at them and you're dead!
Anything that moves near that door, kill it!
My number 3 is Invaders from Mars from 1953. Young David McLean is woken by a storm one night and he looks out the window to witness a spaceship land just over the hill. The next day, there's no sign of it. However, when his family and friends take strolls across the bridge, they return acting very differently. This is one of the first sci-fi films that was in color. The director, William Cameron Menzies, was better known as an art director, and it shows. It's just gorgeous. For several reasons, I call this the Wizard of Oz of sci-fi. Not just sort of the plot point that I'm not going to reveal here, but the look and feel of it. It's so So entertaining. I love it. And I think sometimes it's thought of as a children's movie because, yeah, maybe not children's family because the protagonist is a child, but it's really not. And I make a better case for that in Scary Monsters. This is one of the movies I had a chance to write about. I don't remember the issue, but everyone seek that out and you can hear more about what I have to say about Invaders from Mars.
Not on my top 5.
Oh,
It would be in my top 10. I've enjoyed this movie. I've never loved it as much as other people.
Yeah.
I really can't explain it. It's a movie that, I've seen numerous times over the years. But I don't know. It's never been one of my favorites to place in the top 5. Definitely it would be in my top 10 though.
Ruling a race of synthetic humans and pitting them against mankind's dream to conquer the universe.
Come on, step on it. Search every tunnel. We gotta find Renault and the kid. When the colonel gives a signal, get back here on the double.
What's your next one?
Well, my number 3 is John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. A research team in Antarctica is hunted by a shape-shifting alien that assumes the appearance of its victims. This one, for me, has been kind of a slow build over the years. I did not see it when it came out in theaters in '82 because I couldn't see R-rated films. And I want to say I don't think I saw this, and as hard as this is going to be to believe, other than maybe clips, I don't think that I saw it from beginning to end until probably the early 2000s when it came out on DVD. It was a movie that I had always wanted to see, but had never seen it from start to finish, and then I finally did. And it blew me away. I love Kurt Russell. He's always a lot of fun to watch. And this is a gritty movie with some very intense and at times very gory special effects. And it's the paranoia that takes place in the movie has always drawn me in. But there's nothing that surpasses the original. I've always loved it. It's been a few years since I've seen it, and as I'm talking about it, I want to go see it again.
It's not on my list.
Oh, there we go.
It is a movie sort of like Alien, which I just don't think about watching it. It doesn't stick with me as a favorite movie, but yet when I watch it, it's just fantastic. It's a near perfect movie, and that's just like Alien. I don't know why those don't stick with me. I don't know, but I acknowledge and appreciate your choice of that. It just wasn't one of mine. But my second one was I Married a Monster from Outer Space from 1958. I love this movie. Marge begins to think that her husband Bill is just not the man she fell in love with. So what is this, some type of domestic drama? No, Bill was touched by a glowing alien, and now when the lightning flashes in the sky, we see that he is possessed. These aliens don't want to destroy Earth, so that's a little different. They just want its women for breeding purposes. This is sort of a micro-focused version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, yet we see more of the worldwide implications. And for a movie like this, you always have questions. How did this happen? Blah, blah, blah. Most of the questions I had are answered within the movie. So I just think it's a really good effort. We talked about it in June of 2020 on episode 44. Oh, I think that was one of our drive-in movies, perhaps. But please, you're invited to listen to that and hear more detail on what we thought. I'm guessing this isn't on your list. I don't remember you liking it.
Actually, it is. It's my number 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that my take on that has changed over the years.
What is it?
I don't know.
Ejected from unexplored secret stratus, this giant, harder-than-steel piston disgorges strange creatures, inundating our world, twisting the emotions of women, distorting our men.
This is a piece we got off the mayor. Reflex action like a snake. Cut a snake in half and the two pieces go off in different directions.
These things take over a man's mind. He becomes a robot, a machine taking orders.
Join the hunt for the hiding place of terror. Find the breeding place of these globs of destruction.
In feeding, the mouth parts rupture the cells, convey the food to the stomach by a pumping action.
It's an adventure that'll burst your blood vessels with suspense. See The Brain Eaters.
So we have a top 7 list.
I guess so.
Lucky number 7. I'm just going to real quick rattle off the names of some of these other ones. The Brain from Planet Eros. Pink Chiquitas. This is an interesting one. A pink meteor controlled by aliens lands near a small town and turns the local women into nymphos. Okay.
I've never heard of the Pink Chiquitas.
The Hidden, which is a really good 1987. It would probably be on my list if I had seen it more recently, so maybe it is number 6 or 7. Let's see. Then we get into some of the lesser. We have Seed People from 92, Phantoms from 98, The Faculty 98, Dreamcatcher, Stephen King story from 2003. I want to see this just because of the name, but the plot does sound interesting. Meatball Machine from 2005. This is supposedly a full-throttle, splatterific Japanese cyberpunk science fiction horror at its most aggressive. This mind-blower about alien parasites that turn their human hosts into slave necroborgs will leave you dizzy and drained in a good way.
Aggressive Japanese cyberpunk has me scared. This one, to be sure.
Yeah. We've got Invasion of the Pod People, 2007, and then a more recent one called Rot from 2019. A grad student breaks up with her boyfriend to focus on her thesis, not realizing something has infected him and that he's going to wreak havoc on her life.
Did you mention the Puppet Masters, the 94 version?
I did not. I had that separate because of our episode being unofficially / officially
okay.
Masters. Well, this was fun. Maybe we'll do this again in the future. If anyone knows of another Body Snatcher movie that we forgot, or if you want to share what your favorites are, post them in the comments below. Be sure to listen to the full audio podcast to hear more about The Brain Eaters, not a brain movie, a Body Snatcher movie. And we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
Absolutely. See you, everyone.
Bye.